Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a wrap-up video for you guys. Clearly, this is going to be my July wrap-up and August TBR. And I know I kind of just did a wrap-up video, but that was like for 3 whole months, and I still wanted to do this wrap-up even though it's kind of soon, but I'd rather do it sooner or earlier in the month than later in the month, if that makes sense. I don't know. Either way, let's just get into the video. For the month of July, I read 6 books, and for me, that is pretty good. I usually don't read that many books in the duration of 1 month, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I didn't get to read all the books that I said I was going to read, but I did read a lot of the books that I mentioned in my TBR earlier. Yeah, so the first book I read was The Effort List by Julie Halpern, and I told you that I had finished this pretty early in the month, and this was actually really, really good. It is basically about this girl named Alex, and her friend Becca gets cancer, and I think it's leukemia, I'm not really sure, don't quote me on that. Basically, she gets cancer, and she has this bucket list that she had made, and she wants to do it, but since she's sick and she's going through chemotherapy and everything, she doesn't really have time to do it, so she asks her friend Alex to complete the list for her. And that's basically what it is about Alex kind of doing things for her and kind of, you know, trying new things, doing things. There's also a little bit of romance in there, so I really like that. There's a little bit of drama going on. There's also like friendship stuff, and it covers a lot of bases, and I just really like the overall theme of this book. Basically just kind of telling you to, like, no matter what you have or what you're doing or how much time you have or whatever, just go out and like live your life like it's your last day. And I really, really like that, and it sent a really good message. There were some parts in the book that were a little explicit, so I recommend reading it if, like, you know, you can handle that stuff, I guess. But it was really good. Like I said, the overall theme was really great. And yeah, I definitely recommend this. The next book I read was The Summer of the Gypsy Moths by Sarah Pennypacker, and I wasn't really expecting this book to be that good. I kind of just read it as like an in-between book because I didn't know what to read, and I just picked something, but I actually really enjoyed it. It is about a girl named Stella and her foster sister Angel, and they live with Stella's great aunt, I think. And basically something happens to Stella's aunt. I forget what her name is. I think her name is Louise. Something happens to Louise, and they kind of have to deal with running her business, which is like a vacation cabin spot. So they're like taking care of the business, and they don't really get along, but throughout the story they kind of start to like see each other and like really get to know each other. So it's different. It was an easy, quick read because it was meant for a younger audience, but I really enjoyed it. It was a good, like I said, good, quick read. The next book I read was That Summer by Sarah Dessen, and this book was not what I expected. I thought it was going to be more romance because a lot of her books are like contemporary romance, but there wasn't a whole lot of romance in this book. So it wasn't what I expected, but I did still really like it. Basically what it's about, this girl named Haven. Her sister is getting married, and she kind of doesn't really like the guy too much, but like she doesn't not like him, you know. But it all takes place in the summer, and her sister's getting married, so there's like wedding drama, and her dad is also getting remarried because their parents are divorced, so there's a lot of like drama with her family life. So she doesn't like this. Like, so many things are changing, and it's just like not good in her mind. But her sister's ex-boyfriend comes back to town, and, you know, some things start to change with her. She kind of starts to decide, you know, like, this, like, kind of finds herself a little bit, like, starts to realize, like, some of her bad qualities aren't so bad after all, and it's really good. Like I said, not really romance, but it was a good summer read. I really liked reading it while I was at the beach. So yeah, really good, and I definitely recommend reading it. If you've read any of her other books, you'll probably like this. The next book I read was The Fill-In Boyfriend by Cassie West, and I really, really enjoyed this book. I thought it was a very good summer read. All of these were good summer reads. Basically what it's about is a girl named Gia Montgomery gets dumped right before prom. Like, literally she's about to walk in and her boyfriend dumps her. So she finds the closest guy and asks him to pretend to be her boyfriend, because her friends haven't really believed her that she's really had a boyfriend because her boyfriend was in college. So this guy is pretending to be her, is being her fill-in boyfriend, basically. And I've read pretty much all of Cassie West's book. One of her books just came out recently, and I haven't read that yet, but hopefully I can get that. And she's a very good author, and this is just another one of her amazing books. The next book I read was Nerve by Jean Ryan, and I sort of enjoyed this. I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I mainly read it because the movie was coming out, and the movie looked really good, so I thought the book would be really good. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't really give you my opinion on it yet. But basically what this book is about is basically a game of Dare online, and there's the players and the watchers. The players have to do these dares, and each dare that they complete and they record, they get a prize or money or something. And then there's the watchers who are supposed to, record them and see what they're doing, and then they also get prizes for recording them or whatever. A girl named V, and she's very the backstage, stage crew, quiet girl, and then she decides to play this game Nerve. And it's very out of her comfort zone. She would never do something like this. Then she plays it, and at first it's, all fun and games. She wins some cool prizes, but then the dare starts to get a little bit, risky and not very safe. So it was very on edge, I guess. It was good. It seems very different from the movie, or the movie seems very different from this. So I don't know. I do think some things could have been done a little differently in the book, but overall it was really good. I think it's a good movie idea, so I think it's cool that they made a movie. If you'd like to see more in depth on this book, then just comment down below and I can maybe tell you a little bit more with spoilers and stuff. But overall, it wasn't bad. I did like it, and I recommend reading this if you're going to go see the movie. And the last book that I read in July was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson, and I have heard a lot of good things about this. I haven't really heard any bad things about it, so I decided to pick it up and read it. I really, really enjoyed it. Basically, it is about a girl named Emily, and her best friend Sloane kind of disappears for the summer. I had a little bit of a Paper Towns vibe from it. That's kind of what I thought of while I was reading this, but it is very original and very different in its own way. But Emily's best friend Sloane disappears for the summer and leaves her a list of things to do while she's gone, because she always leaves Emily lists whenever she goes on vacation or whatever. So Emily is doing this list, and all the chapters are, the names of the chapters are things from the list, so I really enjoyed that. Basically, she's accomplishing these things to see if she can try to find Sloane. And along the way, she creates some new friends. She gets, there's a little bit of romance in the book. There's drama, but it's side drama. There's not a whole lot going on. In a good way. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, it kind of gave me a Paper Towns vibe from it, but I definitely liked this ending a lot better. I feel like it didn't really leave you hanging and wondering what kind of happens next. There was maybe one or two things that I would have wanted to know what happened before it ended, but you can kind of infer what happened. But overall, it was just a very eye-catching read, if that makes sense. On to my August TBR. I only have 3 books that I'm planning out to read in August, just because I'm not really sure how much time I'm gonna have. These 3 might take up the whole month. I might read other books. Clearly, I'll tell you if I do, but for now, this is all I have planned. The book I have is First Love by James Patterson, and my beautiful bookmark. Basically, this book is about a girl, I don't know her name, Axie Moore, and she decides to run away from home, and she takes her best friend, which I don't know his name, Robinson. She takes her best friend Robinson with her, and she kind of has a little bit of a crush on Robinson, but not a crush that she thinks she can tell him about. I'm only 2 chapters into it, so I don't really have an opinion on it yet, but it seems really cute. It seems good. My mom read this and she said it was really good, so hopefully it is. This is my first James Patterson book, so I guess this will make or break my love for the author. But yeah, it seems really cute, a good romance, and I haven't read enough romance this summer. So yeah, the next 2 books I want to read are a part of the same series. And the first book is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey, and this is the second book in the Fifth Wave trilogy. And I read the Fifth Wave back in January when the movie came out. So it's been quite a few months, but I really wanted to read this series and finish it like this year. So better late than never. And then I'd really like to read The Last Star, also by Rick Yancey, and this is the third and final book in his series. So like I said, been quite a while, so I think I might need to like read the last chapter of The Fifth Wave or something. I don't know, we'll see. But I would like to read these two. They are kind of thicker, kind of bigger, so that's why I don't know if I'll have time to read any more books. But for now, I have these three, and I think that's a pretty good TBR for this month. So that is all for this video. Let me know if you liked it by giving it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you've read any of these books and your thoughts on it, and we can have a little chit chat down below. Yeah. Subscribe if you want to see more content and more of me. And I think that's it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.